nobody actually likes the jingles.
I liked it.
Do not agree with him in front of me.
Hi there, I'm Blitz. The O is silent, and I am the founder of I Am P.
Overwatch. I think we've all heard of the game before. Whether you've played it as much as League of Legends players play their game, you've seen the adult content of these characters, or you've seen the countless downfall of its actions. From its higher-ups cancelling the PvE twice,
Bastion? It's not a pet, it's a...
to making sure a new hero has to wait 4 seasons for a single legendary skin, only for that same collab to feature, another Kiriko skin.
We found him.
Well, no more. And then comes Marvel Rivals. Oh no. Another game trying to match up to another game while the rest of the game clones have failed due to their own problems. And not only that, a Marvel game, where if you don't know, in recent years has some of the most overpriced, poorly designed games I've ever seen. With some of the best cinematics and designs for a fucking card game. Seriously, look at this fucking Ghost Rider design. Do you know how pissed off I am that these cinematics are for a fucking card game? And yes, I am stretching this sentence out as long as I can, so I can show you as much as I can. That's how mad I am. But something was different about Rivals. The passion. It was in a futuristic setting with designs that looked futuristic and really unique, while not looking as overly complicated as the MCU or DCU. I actually wanted to play this. If there's one word that can best summarize this chaotic, bullshit, overpowered hero-based shooter, fun. As one of the things the devs don't want is the people to feel restricted, and that's very important in a game of this caliber. The game will never feel the same because there isn't any meta to grasp onto and you can't counterpick any character. I mean, yeah, there's some countering ways to escape or kill, but to use entire heroes? Nah. And yeah, there are team up abilities, but those provide an additional ability such as Magic's Time Rewind, throwing the short stack, jumping onto the group's back, etc. To put this into comparison, I played a game of Overwatch and guess what? I actually had fun, reminiscent of the old gameplay. A few days later, I had an idea to play 6 extra games, 2 as support, 2 as damage, and 2 as tank. And what shocked me was, well, my last game was not fun. Despite a loss or 2 between those games, I didn't really feel like I had done anything bad, but at game 6, I realised why I wasn't having fun during that match. Now, I play Orisa as tank, she's my main tank since her rework, and after a Doomfist had been killed once by me, he goes Winston.
No.
And afterwards, we were steamrolled. The healers were defeated after getting targeted by a Sombra, with the DPS, oh what a surprise, taking no notice, which was then replaced by a monkey.
Scanning for Mexicans. Ah! We've got a Mexican!
And 2 of my counters were against me. In Marvel Rivals, you're going to be countered by everything and anything, and actually have to be smart about what you use and don't use against your enemies. For some heroes. If the force of the enemy team is too strong, then there's no way to really counter it. Though those developers definitely need to understand how to nerf some characters like these 2, who desperately do not require skill or any thought to use them. This isn't like Magic or Black Panther where, since while they are hard to kill, they are still killable even with healing. But I do take in a deep pride when I see a bad Hawkeye player. Anyways, Des, if you won't change the damage boost, can you at least knock down his health to like, I don't know, 150? As for the actual map gameplay, while some do waste your abilities if they move, it's done really well in making every map unique and different, especially with some regions. Since I would like to see more of the New York map or even more symbiotic maps, but I also love that you can tear up maps and have them deal out damage or flight boost. Though I do wish they would add different types of this elemental impact to make it more unique, but they're fun for what they are. Oh, and I just love that they've added more heroes each time. Regardless of who, I'm just glad we get consistent content. Especially after my first love's higher-ups failed all of us. And most won't admit that. That's not even mentioning just how well designed and stylized these maps are. Like, it's incredible that these look really good, and I can't wait to see what other areas they tackle. Like, I'd even love to see some love towards the Eternals. Also, I need to say this, but the art direction? Oh my god. Hire them to make an animated series, because a comic style can be done. Like, how can I describe this game's art style? It takes a very heavy inspiration behind Spider-Verse, or hell, I'd probably even say Arcane, since I see a lot of those really cool paint strokes across the models. You just know a 3D art style looks really good if you can't tell if they're using 2D or not, or if it's a heavily stylized 3D effect. Just the animations when you pick a character, the change of view when you want to inspect them. Like, it is so good, it's insane, and oh my god, the character designs. There isn't a bad one, to be honest. They fit the world so much, and I also really like the proficiency system, and how it actually gives out better rewards than just by playing the character. For extended periods of time, of course, but unique kill animations, the Lord icon, I mean, even a spray, but, yeah. I kinda wish they would also add, like, an emote that you would unlock as well. Moving on from the main gameplay, what about the cosmetics? I was appalled to find out they have a better version of a bundle and currency that we use in this game. Seriously, I mean like the battle pass for starters. If you buy it, you can get the same rewards you'd expect and you can continue it after the season is over. Surely you have to believe everyone's skepticism for the team for providing amazing skins at fair prices in comparison to Overwatch, while also giving the option to get them for free. Of course it's expected to be at lower amounts, but personally, I think the current system could use some additional methods to get both credits than just achievements. I mean, yeah, there's the free route, but the battle pass doesn't give the amount for half a battle pass. Though I definitely think there should be a cash or some sort of reward system with the chrono tokens. Despite finishing the battle pass, it's ultimately useless to complete this objective once you're done. Besides maybe an event, you don't earn XP, only chrono tokens that are only useful until the next season. Which, by the way, can I mention that the leveling system is utterly useless and does need a heavy rework for some rewards. I don't know, a spray, a title, just something other than just unlocking competitive. I think if you collect, say, 2,000 tokens, it gives you 100 of the blue credits. It gives people a reason to do this other than just for a battle pass they've finished and still get to use these useless rewards. For reference, you get like 80 chrono tokens by challenges and 30 for daily missions. This would give people a chance to use those chrono tokens they've been stockpiling, but ouch, can't use. But it also limits just how much people can get since these challenges are time based. This was a random idea, so it can have flaws. And after all that, here are just a few random thoughts I had. I really hope they revamp the custom game system, since all of it is just a private match between friends and nothing creative to do with it. Obviously I don't want that kind of system for a while, since the game could possibly add more game modes later on, but in the future I'd hope for like speed settings, infinite ammo, infinite heroes, stuff like that. It would be pretty fun to see the chaos that would unfold with how insane a lot of these characters are already. God, the contrast between Scarlet Witch's MCU skin and her base skin is just so telling. I know people on the internet told me Wanda and a few others were whitewashed, but fuck, I did not realize just how much. I also hope they add more pet characters, since I think that's going to be a very big market. Though I could say the closest idea to an idea like that is Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, Lockjaw. It would be really cool to see what more they're willing to tackle, since another Marvel game I know tried that. They're not afraid to have more melee characters, though I do hope the female support ultimates do differ, since the males are the only ones who are unique. And before I end this, I really want to get this off my chest. I think there's something really ironic about Marvel Rivals using this cutie character Galacta as the poster girl of their game, but oh, you can't actually play her. Or Overwatch tries to shove Kiriko down their community's throats.
Come on, look at that face! You look at him! Look at
At every turn, and people are already sick of her. I think that's just really funny. At the end of the day, these are two different games. The only reason I brought up Overwatch is not to full on bash it, but to bring awareness that its higher ups messing up the dev team. Because serious talk, Marvel Rivals without a doubt, in my mind, is a successor to Overwatch 2. But at the moment, no, kinda. It has a lot to do in order to be a really great game, like balance fixes for characters that desperately need it. Overwatch will always be Overwatch, even through its terrible community feedback, crap money making schemes, counter swapping and much more. People will always enjoy Overwatch and I respect them, as I did have fun, but it just takes one player to try and counter swap and it's just not fun. I stopped playing shortly after Venture Season because the game just brought me back to when I last quit. Just nothing but misery and nothing to show for it. I didn't care about doing challenges for the Battle Pass. The new competitive wide system was fucking unplayable. I have no idea if it's fixed or not. I mean, even the night market deal to random cosmetics sounded like a plausible way for people to actually want to buy the skins. Not a one-time deal where only one of my mains gets a skin, and one of the worst to date. I'm hopeful for Rivals' future because it's different and its dev team isn't being pressured like Overwatch. Spirit out.